Yeah, good morning everybody. How you doing? Happy Mother's Day to all our lovely queen, our mothers, our sisters, our wife, our girlfriends, our female staff. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And also I wish my late mom happy Mother's Day too. Yeah, it's you women's out there. We agree you're doing wonderful things. Without you, there's no we. You you are the queens, the mothers who brought us to this world. So we really appreciate all the women's all over the world. Our mom, our sisters, our wife, our girlfriends. Yeah, I said happy Mother's Day to every women all over the world, especially those wonderful, beautiful mothers, sisters on my friends list. So here again we are. This is your YM, Sammy. As you all know, I told you in my other video, I say you'll be seeing more of my video these days, because that's the only way we could be able to introduce ourselves. That's the only way we could establish ourselves. That's the only method now we could make things happen, because of the invisible enemy, the virus, the invisible virus that is fighting all over the world. But I believe, by the grace of God, we're going to go through this. We just need to be try to make ourselves to make sure we try to make everything follow try to stay safe. That's more important. We should always be safe, you know. We should try to wash our hands. We should try to, you know, do more exercise. You know, even if you're home, you see, one thing people don't understand, you see, yeah, it's two things. I mean, it's not that easy just being home, no income coming, you know. Yeah, that's the sad one. But even if you're home, it's another advantage, you know. It's an opportunity for you to try to learn some new skill, you know, and try to do some exercise, you know. Don't just be home sleeping. Try to be fit, yeah. And at the same time, when you're doing exercise, try to think of what to do. Look, you won't believe it. Especially, I'm saying this, especially I'm bringing this more to Africans, yeah, because you won't believe in Asia. Look, everybody now, you hardly buy things going to the shop now. No, everything is online, you know. Everything is online. You see old auntie, old lady, you know, she just got one or two things, you know, she just posts online, she put her phone number, people call, she give people to deliver. Look, 80% now, everything is online here in Asia. Yeah, so I am trying to encourage my fatherland to Africa. You know, we should try to learn something. We should learn a new skill. It's very, very important in this time, this period we are now. You know, because this year is gone. This year is totally gone. So in anything now, we're going back to work or having anything that people want to do, you know, you have to plan for even if it's going to be next year you want to do something, but you have to make that plan from today. You can't just wait till next year. Then there must be a plan on ground for you. So please, we should all try to you know, try to learn new skill. You know, that's the only way we could grow. That's the only way I believe we could be who we want to be. You know, I always tell people, I don't know, I'm not trying to say people doing that is strong. Everybody have its own view, reason why saying that. I could remember when I was in school, you know, the Richest Man Brigade, there's an article, he write a book, and he said, look, when I was in school, I failed it all. But But my friends who pass it all, now they are working under me. Look, that message is always in my brain, even till today. When he was in school, he failed it all. But his friends who have A1, A2, who is one of the best students in class, yeah. But at the end of the, at the end of the, at the end of the day, they have to come with their certificate to work for him, you know. So in my own case, I now put my own case. I say, look, I will never work for money, but money will always work for me. Yeah, and the only way money could work for you is by you investing your money. So you see, when you invest your money will go out. You know, your money will do the marketing, your money will do the sales, your money will do the connection, your money will take you around. You know, it will bring what you want. You know, but if people work for money, of course, we have to always go for them. Yeah. So my message today is not much, just a little bit of encouragement. Actually, I'm just online today just to say Happy Mother's Day to all my beautiful sisters, grandma, mom, auntie. I'm just here to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody, especially all the beautiful, wonderful women's, ladies, female on my list, my friends. Yeah, so that's the reason. But at the same time, I'm trying to bring in your, like, you should always believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is very important. You see, belief is the faith. You see, in anything you are doing, if you don't have that belief in that thing, you cannot get what you want. I used to tell people, look, if you want to do anything with me, either in relationship, friendship, partnership, or business, or anything that you want to do with me, don't doubt me. Because the moment you have that doubt in me, and I find out there is a doubt, this cannot work. Because I purposely, you see, if I doubt someone, like if I feel like this person, I doubt this person, I don't believe this person, I better don't do nothing with that person. Because anything I do with that person is not going to work. Because I have that belief in me that I doubt this person. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and if you personally, if you don't believe in yourself, it's like you believe you cannot get what you want. So always try to believe in yourself. Always try to make yourself, you can be what you want to be. It's a matter of determination. Look, let me bring this to you. Especially Africa. I'm saying this to Africa. I want Africans to understand one thing today. Okay? 30 years ago, China is one of the poorest countries. China. I respect China. See, for me, I don't have anything. I respect China because when it comes to business, they make me, I learn more from them. So it makes me, if I call myself sometimes African Chinese. Yeah. Because I learn more skill from them when it comes to business. Yeah. What I'm trying to say here is this. You see, 30 years ago, I could remember 15 years back when I was in Singapore. No Singaporean respect Chinese because they look Chinese like poor country. So 30 years ago, if you go to China, anybody that believes what I'm saying is real, you should go back to 30 years ago. Then 30 years ago, I'm still a baby, but I got to see history. I watched some documentary. I got some information, and I've been to China. Like I started going to China like 12 years ago. I've been going to China like 13 years ago. Like every 3 months, I go to China from Singapore. Because then China was just coming up, and then I used to have some Singaporean business partners. They are trying to set up a factory in China, office in China. So whenever they want to go, they always go with them to see. Because they always tell me, Sammy, why don't you come to China? China is growing. But for me, I feel I don't need China, So I just feel like that, So what I'm trying to say, 30 years ago, China is one of the poorest countries. One. But look at China today. China can give loan to Africa. China can give loan to Asia. China can give loan to Europe. China can give loan even to United States of America in less than 30 years. How? How does that happen? You want to know how? I want you to know something. If you notice, the old generation of Chinese, they don't speak English. Not they don't love to speak English, but during their time, they don't go to school. But their school, it's in their brain. The little they have, they invest in business. It can be trading, it can be anything. This is how they start. The old generation, the reason why the old generation China don't speak English, because they didn't go to school. 99.9 old generation of China did not go to school. But today, the children of the old generation today, they went to the best school. Not even studying in China. Those are the ones you see in UK. You see them in America, in Australia, in Singapore. Because why? Their father want them to have the best education. Not just because of the certificate, because you want to hand over the factory, the investment to them, to their own 21st century strategy, way of meeting Western world of doing business. That's why China is growing today. China government encourage Chinese people to go outside to invest, to do business. You see, it's not China government giving their people money to go outside to go and invest, but the government encourage them. If you have money, if you think you want to do business, you can go outside. That's why you see China everywhere. But you see Africa have been traveling. Look, I could remember back those days, we're talking about back those days, 30 years ago, same 30 years ago, British Airways, Air France, Alitalia, Lufthansa, Delta Airline, all kind of airline, even before Dubai, even before Emirates. They are one of the best destinations is Lagos, Nigeria. 30 years ago. Even if I'm young then, I'm young, but I could remember, I could know, I think if I'm right, if people that think what I'm saying makes sense should follow me. These airlines, they are one of their best area, they're one of their most target area is Lagos, Nigeria. And those days, that was when a naira is almost to like £2 to $2. But those African, those days, well, I'm just saying African generally, those African those days, what they do? They go to UK, then go to Paris, then go to even Dubai is new. Dubai is less than 10 years. Dubai is new in the field. I will come to Dubai history. Dubai is totally new. So this African then go to Rome, go to Paris, go to London. I could remember those days they say, good morning Lagos, good night New York. Good night New York, good morning Lagos. Yeah, I could, those days. But we go there, we do shopping, we buy property, we invest money, we don't do nothing. I don't. If you say investment, okay, fine. But China don't do that. China invests in population, consumers. Yeah? So China of 30 years, if you go to China 30 years ago, bicycle, not motorcycle, bicycle, like the one you exercise your leg, yeah? It's 80% on the roads. In Beijing, Shanghai, in Guangzhou, 30 years ago. But today, come to Singapore. China used the best, any best car you see on the road, from Ferrari to Bugatti to Lamborghini, to Rolls Royce, China used this. Come to Malaysia. China are buying the most expensive apartment in Malaysia. Come to Cambodia. China is the one making Cambodia growing, rising Cambodia in terms of investment. Go to America. Las Vegas. Las Vegas used to owned by Latin America, Italian America, those states. Today, every casino controlled in Las Vegas, 99.1 controlled by Chinese. So Africa, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? China is same third world country. Africa, where are we? You want to know the history of Singapore? Singapore used to be a fishing point. A fishing point. Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, during British colonized, it used to be one country, it's called Malaya. Because they are British colonized. So it was called Malaya. M-A-L-A-Y-A. It was Malaya. But when the British want to hand over the country to Malaysia, then Brunei, I'm sure a lot of people know Brunei is a small country, but one of the rich oil country, and the Sultan of Brunei means the King of Brunei. He used to be one of the richest men before even Brigade come. Before Brigade become richest man, he was the richest man. He's still top 10 or top 20 richest men today. Yeah. So Brunei, Singapore, Malaysia is under one roof before. It used to be controlled by, it used to be Malaya, one country. Yeah. But when the British want to hand over, Brunei decided to stay on its own. And since Brunei decided to stay on its own, then Singapore also decided to stay on its own. So that's why from Malaya, Malaysia formed Malaysia. If you notice, Malaysia is a Muslim country. Singapore is not considered a Muslim country, but it's not considered no religion country. Everybody's equal. Muslim, because we have some Malay who moved to Singapore then, so they have Muslim, they have Christian, they have Buddhism, they have anything you want to do. In fact, in Singapore, this is a country whereby the law is powerful than religion. If you're Muslim, you are not allowed to use a speaker in the mosque to pray. And if you are Christian, you are not allowed to, to go like in Africa, you have to go on TV, this church. No, there's nothing like that. And if you're Buddhist, same, you go to the temple. So everyone is treated equal. But what I'm trying to say here is this. It's our belief. I want most of my African followers that is really listening to this. I'm not doing this because I want to be famous. I think the little famous I am, I think it's okay for me. I'm not looking for popularity on social media. No. I've done the model before back in Singapore, those days in my days. Yeah. So, but what I'm trying to do, I'm trying every possible way. What can we do together? How to develop our nation? Because sometimes I feel so sad. I feel so down. Sometimes when I look my Africa on TV, when I look things on my Africa, I feel there was a lady from Ghana who was interviewed by BBC recently. I was watching on BBC. She was telling the British, look, you guys, you came to Africa, you took our cocoa, you took our diamond, you took our gold, you took our this. So we have all these things, and we are still no. Look, this is the time we need to wake up. If you have, look, Africa, because anything you do today, anything you plan today, your next generation will be proud of you. Your community will be proud of you. Don't do things because of tomorrow. Look what is happening today, the coronavirus. These people are rich, these people are millionaires. In fact, the Prime Minister of UK was, he just came out of isolated. The Vice President of US, just today, I was just reading the news, he also is good. So he's asking, this virus has nothing to do with the rich or poor. It comes to meet how millionaire are you, how poor are you. So imagine people like this. They have never dreamed one day they will just go like that without no plan. Are you getting my point? It's not something like you are sick, the doctor is telling you, just imagine. So with all the wealth they have, with everything they have, where is the money? It's gone. And from there, we have people in the community, we have those that's going to pray for them, we have those that's going to say bad things about it. That is life. People will like you, some will hate you, some will like you. That is life. So my advice, it's more to especially Africa. Africa, this is the time we need to turn up. China start from, you see, sometimes when I look African leaders, sometimes I smile, I laugh myself. China is not Muslim country. China is not a Christian country. But they are giving loan to Muslim country. So in a religion, it should be haram. As a Muslim, if the money is not coming. So when it comes to money, it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with this, And if we're having this, we should take advantage of this to use it wisely. You talk of Malaysia. Today, Malaysia is one of the Asian tiger. 40, 50 years ago, Malaysia is one of the poorest countries in the world. In fact, today, Malaysia is one of the when it comes to palm oil, Malaysia is the largest palm oil producer in the world. Largest palm oil in the world. Where did palm oil come from? From Nigeria, Africa. Nigeria, I don't think we have palm oil now, or even if we have, I don't think there is any youth who wants to go to the farm to farm. But today, when you say Asian tiger, when you're saying strong country in the world, Malaysia. Look at this coronavirus. When you first start, Malaysia was one of the fast growing country affected. But look what happened. Now they find solution between themselves without help from anywhere to see how smart they are. Good leadership. When you have a good leadership, that the follower will follow, everybody will benefit. It's not even now we'll be talking of, because you see, when you talk of superpower, I don't think Africa understands what's the meaning of superpower. Superpower is not by you going to war. Superpower is by economic power. When your country is growing, number one, population. Nigeria is number 6 or number 7 largest population in the world. So Nigeria should be among the country fighting for superpower now. US, China, America, India, Nigeria. Nigeria should be among the 5th country that now can say, look, we also want to be superpower because we have the population. And with this population, if the economic is strong, we can challenge. I'm not saying war. I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about economic. So with this population, you see, what makes superpower is population. Even when it comes to war, it's still population. But I'm talking about economy. You see, Indian population with Nigeria, there's no difference. Because Nigeria represents Africa. Every country represents, US represent America as the biggest. China, India represent Asia. Russia represent Europe. So as I understand now, Nigeria represents Africa when it comes to population. That's why it's called the giant of Africa, if I'm right. I don't know much, but I can guess. I read news, so I can guess things. So I think by now, with what we have, the smallest country, we have everything. Africa is blessed. One of the smallest countries in Africa it should be another Singapore. I'm talking of Botswana. Botswana is the largest export beef to Europe, meaning 80% of the beef they eat in Europe is coming from Botswana, and Botswana is just 2 million population. Botswana is largest diamond in the world. So I could not surprise if Botswana could come up one day. I always look Botswana to be the new Singapore of Africa, because they're on the same population. Singapore too is about 3 million population. But when it comes to land, Botswana have more land than Singapore. Singapore is just a small city. But good leadership. We can do that, African. Believe me, we can do that. If China can take a risk to fly all the way from China to Africa without no family, without knowing nobody, and just come with maybe $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 and invest money and employ local staff there and feel safe and feel relaxed. Come on. We can do it. We can do better. So what I'm trying to say here, this is the time we should try to learn. A good leader. You see, when a leader is not supposed to be there, things will never work. Look at what is happening to Americans today. As great as United States of America. See, instead of America growing, America is dropping every day because lack of leadership. So, my brothers, my sister, like I say, I just take this opportunity just to say Happy Mother's Day to you. So this is the time now. We should all think of what we want to do. We should think of what we need. You see, don't think about yourself no more. You have to think about your children. You have to think about your next generation. You have to think about other. You should think about your generation, your children. I met. I asked someone one time, and he was saying something. I was in a group of some friends, and he was, I was somewhere, and two guys was discussing one or two things, and the guy was telling his friend, he asked his father, when you were young, where were you when everybody's making money? If you make money, by now we should be rich also. And the father said, well, you are right, my son. You are very, very right. I'm so sorry. Then I didn't know the world is going to turn like this. But if you don't want your son to ask you the same thing, I think you have to tighten your belt. That's the word, yeah. So my brothers and sisters, this is the time, like this is the best. You see, like that's why real estate is one of those things, especially Africa. Look, I can show you. I was reading Al Jazeera news this morning, saying almost 60% of people in Africa could not afford to own a house. It's a shame. It's a shame. But not they could not afford to own. But the people building the houses did not remember the level of they are not thinking of the masses. They are building beyond their finance, their power. That's why they could not afford it. It's not they could not afford it. So this is the time, we should, like I told you, look, when it comes to, we have land. Invest in property, invest in real estate. Malaysia have built house for the next 5 generations, nobody stay. That's why places like this, accommodation, house is not their problem. Infrastructure is not their problem. So you hardly see when it comes to corruption, no. You see, every new town, they just keep building, because they know the population will be growing. And you see, they are trying to develop another area. They don't want one area, one city. You see, like, let me say, like Nigeria. It's my fatherland. I always say Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria. If you ask me Nigeria now, I will tell you Lagos and Abuja. That's it. But what makes other states cannot be like Lagos? What makes other states cannot be like Abuja? Are there not people there? Why people have to fly all the way from Abuja to Lagos, or from Lagos to Abuja before you can go to shopping mall, before you can do it? Why we cannot have something like that there? We have people living there. We are developing the country. So when people are coming, tourists are coming to the country, yeah, they want to visit every part of the city. They want to see the culture. They want to, Africa, a lot of people want to come to Africa for tourism. But do we have places to take them for tourism? Tourism is not by you going to party, you going to you going to the city because they have their own city. Tourism is more to see your natural, attractive culture, traditional things. So please, my brothers, my sister, it's just a short video. So like I always tell you, real estate, you can always call me anytime. We can do things together. We can always do things together. Yeah, we have the land there. I have the technology. Boom, you have the manpower. And I call it transfer of technology. So why not? And I'm sure the government also will be proud of us. I'm also proud of the government. I want to work with the government, So any of you who have contact with the government, you have contact with the real estate, you have contact with some developers, give me a call. You want a proposal? Don't worry. I'll get it for you. Amazing one. A proposal you drop on the table, you want me to put your name on the proposal, I'll do that for you. When you put it on the table, look, they will be calling you 24/7. Where are you? Are you serious? Are you really telling me this thing is real? Our presentation will prove to them is real. So please, my brothers, my sister, I wish especially today is for the ladies, all my beautiful sister, my auntie, my moms, my grandmom, or my niece, yeah, or my via. Today is special for all the beautiful women. You see, every woman on my Facebook, my YouTube, you are special. I don't just accept anyhow people. I accept beautiful people, nice people, smart people. So that's why today is special for you. Happy Mother's Day. May you live long, and thank you for driving us. Yeah, you did. The women and the men did the work together. Because the man is the one who tried to move the car. But thanks our mothers for them to deliver us. See ya. I'll see you again soon.